There was no problem for Luca Brecel coming through against Julian Boyko. Today was a little different, wasn't it, Luca? Tell us all about that entertaining match.
Yeah, very entertaining. Strange game. The two of us were always like a small detail away from winning the frame, and then something happened, and then the other guy came back, and it was a strange game. The frame to go 3-2 down, I think I just left myself a bad angle on the red, and it just one centimeter can change a whole game, and it's so strange. It's such a difficult game, and in the end, I think I played quite well, and I felt good.
Yeah, I thought so. I wanted to not talk so much about the break building, because obviously you had a couple of centuries in the match, and that's kind of the easy part of it, I'm guessing, for you. I don't know how you would react to that. Is that the easier side of it, just in scoring?
I'm not sure. When I feel good and when I see the shots, then it's quite easy. But I mean, when I go negative, I sort of always mess it up. You know, the cue ball control or something like that. But today I felt like every shot I was conscious of being high on the blue, low on the black, you know, things like this, and it's just small things that make the break easier, and yeah.
Well, you say small things. This is one of them, the quite straightforward safety shots that can frustrate.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's not something...
not straightforward, but...
Yeah, this was an easy safety shot, I admit, but it's not something my game... It's not one of my weaknesses, I should say. But I think my safety is quite good, actually, the last few games and tournaments. I think sometimes it's just about killing the frame off in one hit, like I did today. Sometimes I just mess up some easy positional shots, and sometimes it costs you, you know?
Yeah, and the safety side of it's so important because of this. Obviously, James knocks in this type of... It's typical of the tour, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think James was playing really well the first two frames, and he just missed that easy red on 53 to go 2-0 up, and that sort of gave me a chance to come back in the game. And yeah, I was a bit lucky that he missed it, because otherwise he looked really sharp.
Safety side of it, we've got one I wanted to show you. This was very clever, wasn't it? You had to make a good move here, didn't you?
Yeah, I've always said this my whole career, like when there's only one red on the table, I feel like I'm always going to be more clever than the other guys, anyone I play. So yeah, I always feel confident in those situations.
And it sort of opened up the frame to get 1-1, because it was a big moment of the match, wasn't it? There were a lot of other ones. That's a mistake, actually, by James. You know, the middle pocket's always been there, isn't it? And you go on to make 100 from that. So, again, it's the fine details are so important.
Yeah, exactly. It's not unlucky, just... It's not a bad shot, but obviously it's a mistake. Yeah.
What about the black ball game then, the clearance? Because the cue ball was never actually in proper position once, was it, on that for 3-3?
And I left myself the worst angle on the blue because I couldn't go to the other side to leave. I knew from that position it was hard to get nicely on the pink, to get nicely on the black, so I had to play a really good shot on the pink, and I did, and the black... Yeah, I fancy to pull it.
You almost hit the pink too well. You've got to go deep anyway, but how much with the black along the cushion you went all in, didn't you? It was the cards went all in. How much, being world champion, do you draw on that and think, right, OK, it's win or bust here, let's just put them all in?
Yeah, you sort of learn through the years that you just have to play the right shot. You know, some players, maybe inexperienced players, would play it harder and just hope when they miss it, it goes safe. But as a top player, you know that it's the right shot is to just roll it in. And if you miss it, and you lose the game. But that's how it is. And I've done so many clearances in my life, and that black is, I've seen it so many times. It's like you know you're going to pot it sometimes.
And the quest goes on. Obviously, you're still in that Grand Prix race, which is very important, isn't it?
Yeah, very. It's definitely in my mind, and if I just keep playing this way and maybe cut out a little bit of the mistakes, then I have a good chance to go deep.
Yeah, you'll be absolutely fine. But next up, another two players who are fine actually right now are, excuse me, Judd Trump and, of course, Zhang Anda, two of the players of the season. And this is going to be potentially the match of the tournament so far. Judd Trump and Zhang Anda on the way.